Event organizers and curious listeners, welcome to the Expo Pass City Spotlight Series, your virtual passport to event planning and destination discovery. Join us for inspiration and adventure while we uncover your next event destination. Hello, event organizers, and welcome back to another episode of Expo Pass City Spotlight. My name is Lauren. I'm the marketing manager at Expo Pass. Today, we have the pleasure of welcoming Jonathan Brashier, Vice President of Meetings, Conventions, and Events at Visit Greenville, South Carolina. With an extensive background spanning over 25 years in hotel management and operations, he brings a wealth of knowledge within the realm of the events and hospitality industry. Welcome, Jonathan. We're thrilled to have you on the show and can't wait to learn more about Greenville together.
Thank you, Lauren. I'm thrilled to be here with you today. I'm very excited to tell you all about Greenville.
Love it. Awesome. Okay, with that, let's dive in with perhaps one of the most important questions. What makes Greenville a top destination for hosting events, and what draws event organizers to choose it over other cities?
You know, there are so many great things about Greenville that make us the perfect spot for meetings and events, specifically in the Southeast. The first thing I think of is our location. We are situated perfectly along I-85, halfway between Charlotte, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia, two of our major southeastern cities. And we're just easy to get to. We're a very drivable market for a lot of folks. We have a great international airport that most people are surprised about when they find out. We have over 100 nonstop flights a day. And so getting here, first of all, is really easy. So I think that is certainly a big draw for planners and organizers. One thing that I hear them say often is that they love planning meetings here because we have so much to do. We have something for everybody. And many times they tell us it makes their job easier because they don't have to plan evening events. They don't have to plan activities because we have it all for them. Yeah. And so there's a lot to do. They can work hard all day. We try to make the meetings very experiential, and they just love it, and they love the ease of hosting the meetings here.
Nice. Well, we definitely want to know more. Thank you for sharing all that lovely information. I love how, you're such a resource that event planners can go to and take some of that weight of the event planning from them, especially planning in a city that you don't live in. So, yeah. Awesome. All right. How does your city support the needs of event organizers and attendees, and what kind of specific assistance do you provide?
Yeah, as the official CVB DMO for Greenville, we're full service. We have our sales team, we have our marketing team, we have our destination experiences team. And so we really handle everything from selling it to closing it. And then we have a great team that we share in the joy of actually bringing the event to Greenville once the decision's been made. We support events with everything from funding to transportation needs, welcome amenities. Our destination experiences team will put together just experiential activities, dine-arounds. Like, we really try to help you plan the whole thing from start to finish, and we get really excited about that aspect of it.
Yeah, wow, love that. Can you also share some local convention centers or meeting spaces and highlight some of their, standout features, amenities?
Yeah, absolutely. So our largest facility is the Greenville Convention Center, and it's actually one of the largest convention centers in the Southeast. It's been around since the 50s. It was originally built as a exhibition hall for the textile industry, which is what Greenville was sort of founded on. So there's a little Greenville history for you.
Yes,
And so today it's a full service conference center, expo hall, full service food and beverage. It's conveniently located just a short distance from the heart of downtown. And like I said, it has 280,000 square feet of flexible event space. So, and then we also are very fortunate to have the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, which is a 15,000 seat multi-use indoor facility. we use it for sporting events. We use it for concerts. We use it for religious conventions. I mean, it's a great asset for the city. So between the well, and that's what we affectionately call it, the well,
Wow.
and the convention center, we really have it covered for the large facilities.
Okay, nice. And then are there a couple of small facilities that are pretty unique destinations as well?
There are dozens of
Does
small.
yeah, there's
I
plenty.
mean, I think we have everything from 2,500 square feet to 280,000 square feet.
Okay.
Uh, we have rooftop venues. We
Wow.
have historic mills and textile facilities that are now venues.
Yeah.
We have one of my favorites is Floor Field, which is our baseball stadium.
Okay.
It is a replica of Fenway Park. It's a
Oh, no way.
Boston farm team.
That's
We have
cool.
our own, yeah, we have our own green monster.
Oh,
And
wow.
when the stadium is not, I know it's great, and you
Yeah.
can sit on top of it during the games.
Oh,
But when the stadium's not in use for baseball, they allow us to utilize the facility for a number of things. And I've seen that facility
okay.
transformed into everything from a high-end fashion show
Okay.
to a corporate conference annual meeting
Mhm.
to a holiday village in December. So, um, when it comes to venues, we really think outside of the box. And, we have all of our hotels, over 11,000 hotel rooms in Greenville County.
Huh?
And so many of them have extensive meeting space. So whether it's an external facility or a facility in a hotel or these unique locally owned venues, I think we really have a great package of venues that can make any meetings really an experiential experience.
Love that. Okay. Plenty of options. That's
Yeah,
always just hard to, yeah, narrow it down, it sounds like.
it
There's so
is.
many options.
When we bring folks in for site visits, we try to show it all to them, and sometimes we have to cram that into like 2 or 3 days. But
Yeah.
um, we, sometimes you hone in on the specific need of that meeting and sizes and things. But we don't want people to miss anything.
Right. That's really cool. So when they come, let's say they do an in-person visit, they'll pick how many venues can they see, I guess, depending if they're there 2 or 3 days.
I mean, we will pack an 8-hour day, and of course that includes some hotel tours, the convention center, the arena, our performing arts center. We will obviously leave room in there to show them some of our restaurants and culinary experiences. But I would say in a given day we can do 4 or 5 hotels and 4 or 5 venues. So over 3 days we could probably get 30 stops in on the tour.
Yeah. Okay. Busy days, but yeah, you'll see a lot.
Lots to choose from.
Yeah. No, I love that. I forgot to ask too how long you have lived in Greenville.
I am a Greenville native. I was born and raised here.
Oh,
Uh, Interestingly enough, so I was on the hotel side of the industry for
right.
25 years.
Mhm.
And in 2005, I left Greenville to go on the road with the development company I was working for at the time. And
Right.
I was gone for 10 years. And I watched Greenville really transform during that time. I would come home for family reunions and holidays and things like that. And in 2015, I loved what I saw so much and I just couldn't get home fast enough. So
Feel like I need to go back.
yeah.
And then you
So
haven't
we
left
came
since.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came home, put down roots, and now I have one of the greatest jobs in the world, selling and promoting something that I truly am passionate about and love.
Love it. I need to take a trip out there
You
immediately.
do, you do. We'll host you. Come on.
I need to go, yeah, do some site visits, take some pictures for everyone, take some live videos.
What I would say is that we have the right size and the right space for everybody.
Any type of event. Yeah.
Any type of event, and I mean that. And if you were here, I'd show you exactly what I
Yeah. No, I believe you. Love it. You did mention some of the food, or if you're visiting, that you'd check out some local restaurants. We'd love to hear some more about the local food scene in your city. And if you have any
absolutely,
recommendations, must try restaurants for attendees or myself when I visit, we'd love to know.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, we have a. I think when people don't know about us, they're surprised by the food scene when they get here.
Okay.
So one of um, we have a beautiful main street that spans a number of blocks, and it is lined with our wonderful hotel partners, our restaurants, our shops, our art galleries, all of those things. But along that main street are over 200 locally owned restaurants,
Oh, wow.
and the thing I think that a lot of people are really surprised about is the global food scene that we have. So we have Ethiopian food, we have Afghan food, we have Jamaican food, we have great Italian, we have really just things that I think will surprise you for a southern city of our size.
Okay.
We certainly are rooted in our southern cuisine,
Right.
but we have a large international presence here with BMW North America is headquartered here, and Michelin North America, and a lot of the supplier companies that came in to support those headquarters. And so we have really seen our international food scene grow over the last 10 years. And you could eat a different genre of food every day and not run out of things to enjoy. My go-to for first-time visitors
Okay.
is a place right in the heart of downtown. It's called Sobeys New South Cuisine.
Okay.
Sobeys has been here for more than 25 years.
Mhm.
They took a chance on Main Street when Main Street wasn't what it is today,
Okay.
and they are a success story. They have survived. They have not only survived, but they have flourished. And it is elevated Southern food with a twist. Um, I, I think it is part of the fabric of Greenville's scene, and I think everyone has to experience it. So that's always the first place I recommend.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that their food, their drink, and their service is impeccable. They're
Mhm.
famous for their crab cakes. They're famous for their short ribs. It's just amazing. So that's my first go to for you if you've never been.
Okay. Love it. What about like a fast casual, I guess, spot too? So that would be more of like a formal, you know.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's a little dressier. We have Nosedive, which is a great gastropub.
Okay.
Um, we have a series of these little places that are just unexpected. Like I would say, if you wanted to live like a local when you come here, maybe
Always.
experience what the locals live. We have a great place just in the West End called OJ's Diner, and it's
Okay.
what we affectionately refer to as a meat and three in the South.
Okay.
And you go in there and it's basically like home cooking, but
Yeah.
you might see the mayor of Greenville sitting in there beside um, a plumber or an air conditioning contractor or a nurse or a hospital worker. It's where everybody comes together. Doesn't matter what you do, who you are, what you look like. The food is great, the
Yep.
service is great, and that's what people go in there for. So I
Oh,
love it. It's a great little gem that you wouldn't find like if a local didn't tell you about it, or
right.
uh,
Yeah.
you didn't Google best Southern meat and three in town or something like that.
Definitely. That's my favorite way to travel. Like asking a local, where do they go eat? Where do they go, visit activities? Because you can find easily all the top restaurants, Yelp or Google, whatever, but a local who's been there for years, way different
Yeah,
list for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
So
We
they,
have tons of hidden gems.
yes, love the hidden gems. Those are my favorite. So we may have many first timers coming to Greenville. If you could share some absolute must see places or activities to check out when they're not busy with events, or maybe it's a large enough activity for an event.
Absolutely. Greenville is the perfect balance of we have culture, we have art, we have performing arts, we have live entertainment, we have great culinary, but we also have the great outdoors. We're nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. You can be downtown on Main Street, and 35 minutes later, you can be in the mountains, experiencing waterfalls, trails for hiking. The crown jewel of downtown really is our Falls Park. It's our sort of central park. We have a one-of-a-kind suspension bridge that goes out over the falls. It's the only pedestrian bridge of its design in the world. It's only suspended on one side, so that you can see an unobstructed view of the falls. It's actually over my shoulder there. You can see it kind of down there on the right-hand side.
I can. Wow.
I mean, all that green space is right in the heart of downtown, which I think sometimes is unusual for a city center to really bring the outdoors into the forefront of our activity hub. We have a wonderful trail called the Swamp Rabbit Trail.
Okay.
You can bike like 14 miles in one direction, and along the trail are breweries and scenic spots and cafes. And so you can really get outdoors during your free time when you're here for events, or you can come in early. You can stay a couple days after, turn it into a
Yeah. Make a trip.
leisure trip, fly
Hmm.
your spouse in or your significant
Whole
other.
family.
whole
Mhm.
family. So we love it when people extend, that are here for a conference, extend their trip on the front or back end and really um, just experience everything that we have to offer.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about that main street that I keep describing is it's all walkable. You can walk from one end to the other without getting in a car. And there is something to do on every block, something unique to do on every block.
Love it. Yeah, you've mentioned biking, walking, everything sounds very accessible. But it leads great into my next question about what are the best ways to get around your city and
Absolutely.
transportation options, specifically more for events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of things, I mentioned earlier, we're drivable to get here, so we're easy to get here. Once you're on the ground, it's real. I think because of the way we're laid out, it's easy
Mhm.
to get around. If your event is taking place in any of the hotel meeting spaces or venues along Main Street, you
Yeah.
can literally walk to everything. You don't need to get in a vehicle.
Yeah.
We have free trolleys that run up and down Main Street. So we have a cool, like, it's those old historic looking trolleys that you can hop on and off. We have those that run a route up and down Main Street. When we get into some of the bigger events that require the convention center, Visit Greenville will often partner with the organizer to provide motor coach service
Okay.
from, we'll do motor coach routes from the hotels out to the convention center and back. Make it real easy. You hop on the bus and you're having a 5-minute conversation with your co-workers and we're pulling into the convention center. So it's not a big distance to go, just a little too far to walk. So we work with planners all the time to make that happen.
Okay. And you may have said this before, but how far is the airport from Main Street or the main downtown?
The airport is about 17 minutes from downtown.
Okay.
And
Nice.
so there's a transportation service there. Ubers and Lyfts are abundantly available. And again, we've done transportation even from the airport to
Okay.
downtown for certain events.
Okay.
So we
No.
always play a hand in trying to make the package work for the planner so that they can have the best experience while they're here.
Yeah. No, I love that. Thank you. So when you're planning your event and when it comes to getting the word out about it, what kind of support does Greenville offer? Are there any local calendars so we can see what other events are happening, or I guess work directly with you so we're aware that we're not competing for space?
Yeah, we put out an event calendar every month.
Okay.
Um, and that event calendar goes out sort of a variety of ways. It's emailed out to our entire membership base. And then we have a special events page on our website.
Okay.
Our website has more than 3 million visitors a year.
Well.
And I found out this morning that the event calendar page is it's the top, it's the 5th most visited page on the site.
Okay.
That is out there. For some of our larger events, we partner with the city and Visit Greenville and our marketing team. We put up pole banners, pole flags. We have done activations at the airport to welcome groups as they're coming off the plane into the terminal. Specifically like we host the SEC women's tournament and the NCAA basketball games, and we've done big welcome um, signage and activations at the airport. Actually, sometimes as you're even coming into downtown, you'll see it on poles and banners,
Okay.
um, and so we really like to make a big splash when we're able to.
Yeah. Nice. And a little bit more about your city specifically. Are there any upcoming developments or initiatives that organizers should know about when considering it for their next event?
Yeah, there are. We're always working on something. Um,
Okay.
Greenville
Always
has Greenville has been transforming into what it is today. We have reimagined ourselves into what is here today. And I'll say this because I sometimes don't have a filter, but when I left in 2005, I'd been here my whole life. I went to school here. I couldn't get out of here fast enough. Like I just wanted to go and live somewhere else and experience. You always think somewhere else is better, right?
Right. Yep.
And I did that for a decade, and I watched again what was happening here, and I knew it was special, and I knew it was something that I needed to be part of. And I came home, and it's the best decision I've ever made in my life. Um, so we're all, and we don't take today's success for granted for 1 minute.
Yep.
We value what the visitors bring into this economy, and to our destination. We know that we wouldn't have 200 local restaurants on Main Street if we didn't have visitors coming in to enjoy them. And so we're always looking at how do we grow in the right way, how do we continue to make it an exciting place, and so that folks will want to come back. And so some of the things that I think of right now that are on the horizon, we are having conversations around a new conference center downtown that would expand our offerings right in the heart of downtown. We are in discussions about a multi-use sports complex facility that would like be for amateur and youth sports.
Okay.
Like a multi-use facility. We are working closely with our international airport on air service development to keep those direct flights growing. We've got aspirations for a direct flight from the West Coast. We've got aspirations from some more direct flights from the Northeast. And so I'd say those are the big three things that we are focused on, and that I think, in the coming years, sooner than later, you'll be hearing
Yeah.
some exciting developments there.
Very exciting. Yeah, definitely with the flights. Yeah, making it even more accessible. Yeah, to visit Greenville.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've shared too that you're a local. We know that, yes, you are in Greenville and never leaving. But as a local, you've got the inside scoop and you've shared a ton with us. But are there any tips you can share to help event professionals make the most of hosting an event in your city? Yeah.
Well, I think what I want them to know is that the team here at Visit Greenville, we truly love what we do every day. I mean, we live and breathe this. What I can promise you as a local, because I live here and I see it and I experience it, we are friendly. We are welcoming to everyone.
Yep.
We have something for everyone. We love sharing this city with people that don't live here.
Yeah.
We want them to truly experience why we love it so much and why we're so proud of it.
Mhm.
And I have this statement that I'm kind of becoming a little bit known for.
Okay.
Um, I always tell people, like, I do this for a living. I sell Greenville for a living, but it's hard to describe the feeling that exists here. And there is a magic here. There is something that draws people here, something that people love when they're here. And so I started saying this earlier this year when I run short on words. We have to be experienced, not explained.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
truly mean
yeah. No, I love that. That's your new motto.
that. It's becoming my motto.
Yeah, it's become your motto.
Well,
No,
you mean you can go out and you can say all these great things, and we
yeah,
have a lot of things that a lot of other cities also have.
right.
Uh, but we have a lot of things that a lot of other cities don't have. And
Mhm.
so, you can be as proud of something as anybody. But if you can get them here to experience it in person, and we have an entire strategy with our sales team around bringing planners to Greenville to experience it. Even if we don't have a definite lead or piece of business, if we have a planner that wants to come here and see what we're all about, we will host you.
Yes, you
You
can
will
show.
have a good time, and you will want to have your meeting here.
Yeah, you will. You will have your meeting here. Yeah, no, I love it. But I definitely agree. Yeah, experiencing it is something totally different. So, yeah, if you get a chance and can make it out to Greenville, I highly recommend. It's on my list.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Well, you let me know if you come. I have to know you're here because I'll have to
I'll
get
let
around
you know.
personally.
I don't think I could go to Greenville without letting you know that I
Yeah,
was.
I better not see it on social media that you were here and I didn't find out.
No, absolutely. Promise. Um, and to wrap it up, I just want to ask if there's any, I like to throw in a little freestyle because this is your city. If there's any additional resources, venues, anything at all, even your favorite ice cream place, it could just be just the cherry on top. Anything else you'd like to include?
Oh gosh, I could sit here and go through a list of 500 places that you can't miss. But since you're putting me on the spot,
Mhm.
for ice cream specifically,
Okay.
Spill the Beans is an amazing. It's a coffee shop with ice cream.
Ooh.
It's a very unique experience. They have these sort of old drill presses that are like it's like imagine like a stainless steel corkscrew,
Okay.
and they put the ice cream in this thing, and it's like a manual process, and you can add in whatever you want, and they
Ooh.
pull this drill press down and it merges it all together, and
Love it.
it is phenomenal. And
And you
so
get to
I'll
watch this process too.
watch the whole
Sounds like
process.
you've seen it.
It's like,
Yeah. Okay.
it feels like putting the ice cream into something that should be in like a wood shop or a workshop or something,
Okay.
and they manually like, bring it all together.
Yeah.
Um, Another great place is Coffee Underground. It is literally a coffee shop that's underneath the city. It's like you go down a set of stairs. Um, it's like red velvet cushioned seating and old like theater curtains, and they have
Wow.
amazing food and amazing coffee. They have a little
Okay.
comedy improv theater in there,
Oh,
so
wow.
that's a cool little hidden gem.
That sounds like
Um,
someplace I would want to go. I'm a coffee
yep,
lover, and I think speakeasies are super cool. So I love the
we have
concept
some
of that.
speakeasies. We have one in one
Okay.
of our brand new hotels in
Oh, wow.
Hidden. We have one of our beautiful new hotels is built on the site of the old Greenville News building. And so
Okay.
they did sort of a nod to the old Greenville News, and there's a speakeasy called the Press Room.
Wow.
And there's a secret elevator and a code, and the drinks are amazing. And so, um,
Okay. I
yeah,
gotta check my calendar.
I wish I could tell
Coffee.
you every individual place. Because one thing that happens when I do these interviews is that, without hesitation, somebody in town is going to be mad at me because I didn't mention them. But that's why we try to get you here so we can show it all to you.
Right. There's just too many. No, I mean, what I've gathered, there are so many options. There's something for everyone that, yeah, you really need to experience for yourself. And you really need to contact Jonathan for a personal tour and a list, since I feel like he knows the city better than anyone.
Well, thank you. We're here to help from start to finish.
Yeah, love that. And that wraps up another episode of the ExpoPass City Spotlight series. I hope you've enjoyed our deep dive into the wonders of Greenville, South Carolina, and the incredible insights shared by our guest, Jonathan Brashier. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Until next time, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes.